their parents, about how certain funds can be contested if. Dan put a hand on my shoulder, studying me. You tried to steal from our son, he said, his voice low and dangerous. My father waved a hand. It's not stealing if it belongs to the family. I saw red. Dan squeezed my shoulder once before stepping in front of me. Okay, here's what's going to happen. You're going to leave. We're going to call our lawyer, and if you try this, we will bury you in court. And when you lose, you'll never see us or Alex again. My mother scoffed. You wouldn't. Dan grinned. Try me. There was silence. Then my mother turned on her heel. Fine, but don't expect an invitation to Christmas. Oh no, I deadpanned. Whatever will we do? They stormed off. The lawyer muttered an apology and scurried after them. I exhaled, hands still shaking. They're not done, Dan nodded. Nope. And I was right, because a week later, my parents actually filed a lawsuit, and that's when things really got insane. The lawsuit from hell. When we got the official notice, I wanted to scream. My parents had actually sued us, not just an empty threat, a real lawsuit filed, stamped, sitting in my hands like a bomb waiting to go off. Dan read over his face, unreadable. Alex sat at the kitchen table, his jaw tight. Are they really trying to take my college money? I swallowed. It looks like it. Dan let out a low whistle. They must have found a lawyer just desperate enough to take this joke of a case. I read through the papers again. Their claim was insane. They argued that because we started saving while I was still under their financial support, they had a stake in the fund, that transferring it without their knowledge was unjust enrichment, that it was meant to be shared among family. It was absurd, but not impossible to fight. Dan's grin was sharp. Oh, we're going to make them regret this. The first court date, we lawyered up. Our attorney, Susan, was a shark in human form. She took one look at the case and laughed. This is nonsense, she said, flipping through the pages. But that doesn't mean they won't waste your time and money trying to make it a problem. And that's exactly what they did. The first court date was a circus. My parents sat with their lawyer, some middle-aged guy who looked embarrassed to even be there. My brother and his wife sat behind them, acting like they were owed this money. And then there was their evidence. My father stood and confidently declared that he had proof the money belonged to them. He handed over printouts of old emails from me to Dan where we talked about setting up Alex's fund. Dan squinted at the papers. These are from 18 years ago. The judge was unimpressed. Do you have anything more recent? My father hesitated. Well, no.